Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Andobil 3-in-1 car phone mount. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this mount is able to mount to your dashboard, to a vent, or to your windshield. So here's the mount itself. Here's the mounting arm, and here's the vent clip. Here's a little hello card, welcome guide, and this is a plate you could put on your dashboard. So you might need this if you have a textured dashboard or one that you can't put a suction cup on. So the product name is the Easy Clip Car Mount. The model number is CTVK51. Applicable places is dashboard, air vent, tables, and so on. It comes with the car mount, air vent clip, suction cup, sticky pad, and welcome guide. So it has clamp arms, silicone pads, quick release button, adjustable feet, ball joint, bracket, mount, angle knob, suction cup lock, and suction cup. Then we have the screw knob, the ball joint, the twist lock air vent clip, the fixed nut, the sticky pad. Talks here about the suitable vents are these horizontal or vertical vents. The non-suitable ones are these circular vents. Here's some installation notes. This talks about using the sticky pad. It says clean, press for 1 minute, wait 1 to 3 days. So the sticky pad is for one-time use. So when you put this on, it's not meant to be taken off and reused. So this little diagram talks about the stickiness level after a certain amount of time. This talks about how to put the bracket together. So here's the suction cup mount. It has a clip here, so that pulls in on the bottom of the suction cup. You might actually be able to put this on the table right here. Let's see. Okay, so I've suction cupped it to the table. So this actually has a pad because this is kind of like a sticker here, which gives it even better adhesion. So this table was smooth enough, at least temporarily, to stick it down without having the adhesion pad. So we have the phone mount here. Let's go over this first. So if we press these buttons here, it will release the sides. Oh, that's kind of a soft release. That was nice. And then you can put your phone in there. So this is an iPhone 6. And that will hold that securely. But you can also pull this bottom down. So let's see, I think that's as far down as it goes. So if I squeeze in on that, you can see that holds it tight. And then to release, I press these. It comes right out. So you'd stick your phone in there, squeeze it, and you want to squeeze it pretty tight. You want to compress this silicone on the sides. So you don't want to, I mean, if I just press it closed, you actually just do want to give it a little bit of a squeeze. That holds it very tight. So the back here is kind of a simulated carbon fiber look. And we have a nut on the back. I'll take that off. I don't know if you have to take that all the way off. No, just partly. And then this will tighten on here. So this could be mounted on your windshield or your dash. It has this nut here to adjust the angle. So that's indexed. It's probably hard to see, but there's little kind of like gears here, or indents. So it's not relying just on friction to hold this in place. So that'll make it more secure. And this is the windshield dashboard mount. We also have the vent mount. So you want to take the nut, put it over the ball there, press that into the back of the phone. And that'll tighten on like that. So when you get this in your vent or on your dash, you can loosen this up and then you can pivot it on this ball mount here, just to tweak the angle a little bit. And this will clamp onto the vents of your vent. It has a little bit of a notch there, so that could notch on the back side of the vent unless you had like a really wide vent. And when you have that tightened down, that will pinch on there and hold it secure. So I just wanted to go over this on my bench because I have more light here. It's probably a little bit easier to see. Now let's head out to the car and we'll show some mounting of this in the car. Okay, I'm in my car now. It's a 2016 Subaru Outback. And I forgot to mention on the bench that you can plug a charger in here at the bottom too. There's a little cutout there to make room. So I'm not going to adhere this. I'm going to hold it up so I can show different positions here. So here's my dashboard. I could put it right here on the dashboard. I could, probably put it anywhere along this area. And it kind of covers up my radio a little bit, so I could raise it up, but I don't want it to be in the way of my field of view, so I could rotate it to be horizontal. Let me show that. Okay, so that's horizontal. So in that mode, I can see the screen under it, I can see all around it. It's not blocking my view anywhere. So I'm just making this as one suggestion. There are many, many ways you can mount these things. So let me show how it could be mounted on the windshield. Okay, so I have this mounted right here under the mirror. So depending on your state laws, you may or may not be allowed to put a phone right here. Another thing to consider is, like, this car has the eyesight system, so it has cameras here, so you would want to make sure you wouldn't block these areas. So I wouldn't want to put it here or on the other side. And lots of cars are getting these types of systems, so that's something you want to take into account. This could also go on like a side window. Let me show that. Okay, so here I have it on this little side window, and that window does not go down. So you could put it over here, and this isn't blocking the view of the front of the car or the side. It blocks a slight little bit out that little window, but that's not a primary place where you'd look. So you could also put this in the back seat on the side window. Now, you obviously couldn't roll that window down while this is on it, but say you have a kid in there that wants to watch movies on a smartphone, you could pop that in there and then they don't have to hold it. So you could do it for kids that are too young to be able to hold it. So this could be great on a road trip to keep your kids busy. So there's lots of versatility with this mount, especially with that long arm on it. It gives you lots of flexibility in where you mount it. So now let's check out the vent mount. So I have the mount on here, and I have this on here, but I don't have it super tight yet. I want this opened wide enough to stick on a vent. So I'd stick it on like that, and then I need to tighten that down. Now I need two hands, so I'll get this tightened down and then we'll take a look. Okay, there we have it mounted on the vent. So I have it clamped down, and then I adjusted it to the angle I wanted, and then I tightened that nut on the back. So with this option, you can easily go from car to car so long as they have a compatible vent. So this could work well in a rental car. Now you could potentially use the suction cup in a rental car, but you certainly wouldn't want to put that round plate on your dashboard in a rental car. So depending on your dashboard surface, you may need to mount this plate. So if I were mounting it in this car, I would put it, say, right there, and then I could have the phone right here. One thing to consider with this is that some cars have airbags, well, probably most cars now, and that would be, say, right around in this area. So you wouldn't want to put it, say, right there, because then that would be where the airbag is. On the driver's side, your airbag is going to be here. Passenger side, it's going to be there. You should be clear in here. There's not really an airbag in that front area. So now that it's in the mount, if I want to take the phone out, I press those buttons. Take the phone out, I'm done, stick it back in, squeeze it, and there it's held secure. So that's the Andobil 3-in-1 car phone mount. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.